and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a very short video, just covering the topic of storm names. So, this year, the World Meteorological Association, or organization, got rid of the Greek alphabet after we used up all of the storm names. Now, Victor just got named a couple days ago, and the only name left on the list is Wanda. Then, we're out of names. So, the WMO put in place a supplemental list of hurricane names. Will we have to use that list in the first year that it's been around? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So, right now we have Sam, we have Victor. Both those die off. We have relatively nothing going on. Then we have a storm right here. This is Friday the 8th. Forms up and hits the Cancun area of the Yucatan Peninsula. That's probably Wanda. Reforms on the other side. Then we have these two systems right here. One of which probably will form, and that's the first storm of the supplemental list. So, it is definitely a possibility. We are moving into October now. Things will start to simmer down a little bit, but more toward the end of the month we see things start to simmer down a lot. At the beginning of October, we do see a lot of tropical development, but now we're starting to look closer to home. So, you can kind of say that the rate is about half as much historically than September, but it's well above average compared to the rest of the months. So, basically, we have probably about at least 30% of the development left this year and one name left. So it is very likely that we have to use that supplemental list. And at this point, it should be a question of when. So, you gotta be thinking, maybe by mid to late October, we have to use that list. And then, hurricane season doesn't officially end until end of November. So, we have plenty of time here, and storms, of course, can form after that deadline. It's not a hard deadline. But, it's a very interesting time, right? Because we're past the peak of hurricane season. The peak of hurricane season is early to mid-September. But we're also not out of it either. Therefore, even though we are at the end of the list, and things do seem to start simmering down at this time, it's still very possible that we see a supplemental list being used. And bold prediction, I think we use probably over 5 names on that list. Just because of the fact, right, let's just go through all the possible scenarios. So you have Sam, Victor, right here you got Wanda, then you have 1, 2 possible tropical systems there, maybe a sub, probably not there. So you have at least 2 right there. So both these storms form October 12th. That leaves you with a month and a half left of hurricane season, and probably still about at least 25% of development remaining. I think it's very possible that we use 5 or more names on that supplemental list at the current pace that the current hurricane season is going. But that's my opinion. Leave your opinion in the comments below. We can have a little debate on that. How many of the supplemental storm names are we going to use? I'm thinking 5. That may be different from what you guys think. But it's very interesting to see how many of those names do get used and the intensities of them. Like, yes, we have that supplemental list, but they only created that supplemental list because last year we had Category 5 Major Hurricane Iota, which had to be retired. It slammed into the Central American coastlines, high Category 4 storm that has to get retired. And that's the only reason we have this list. Otherwise, we would still be using the Greek alphabet. So we could see those supplemental storm names get retired, and that's very interesting. But that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.